Blessed be everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about the Nine of Wands and what it means if you're doing shadow work and working with this card. But before we do, I'm Sandra from MysteryWitchSchool.com, author of Crafting a Wiccan Path and Tapping into Abundance. If you want to know more about Wicca and witchcraft and shadow work and how to work with the tarot with shadow work, chakras, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. If you want to know where to start your witchcraft practice, but you're just not quite sure how because there's just so much information out there, take a look at my free video, How to Start Your Witchcraft Practice. The link is in the description field below this video. When the Nine of Wands comes up in a tarot reading, or if it comes up in your shadow work, you can instantly relate to the character. I think most people can relate to this character when we see it, either in the past position or the present position, because we can feel it. We can feel his pain. We can look at that and go, yeah, that's how it feels. And that's exactly what this card is about. It's about saying, hey, look, you've been through the ringer. You're wounded, you're exhausted and you're tired. You're at it. It's a 9, so you're almost there. You're not quite there yet. You're not at the 10, but you're almost there. The colouring in this card is very positive colouring. You've got the blue sky, you've got the green lush mountains in the background, you've got the green boots, you've got the green tights. So there's a lot of sense of grounding there. There's a sense of having resources as well, because you've got the lushness of the green, and the mountains in the background would indicate, hey, you know, you've been through some rough times, you've done a lot of work because the mountains are hard to climb. They take a lot of effort, but they're lush green mountains, so a lot of resources. You've got a lot of resources there in the background from doing all of this hard work. You've got the wands in the background there set up like a barrier, so there's defense there. You've got your defenses up, and you're most likely expecting more to come that you may need to defend yourself from, because you're there holding a wand just in case there's more to come, and probably expecting more to come because it's a 9 and not a 10, so you're not done yet. What I notice about this card is that the figure on the card's wearing a bandage on their head. So I see that it's not just about maybe physical wounds, it's also about the psychological wounds that we have when we've been in battle. There's always psychological repercussions to any battle, whether it's a psychological, mental argument, or whether it is actually a physical argument. There's always going to be psychological effects and psychological trauma there to some degree. So the fact that the bandage is on the head indicates that, you know, you've been through the ringer psychologically too, or most likely this card's more about psychological stuff. And I find that he's wearing, so you've got the green there for the resources and the lushness, but you've also got the fact that on the tunic that the character's wearing is an orange colour. And it's a blend of the yellow and background and some red lines that it's giving that orange colour, but it's creating an orange that's not bright orange like on some of the other cards. It's like a dull orange colour, so it's like he's shabby. He's feeling shabby. And whilst he's had some success, as the orange is indicating, and has had maybe opportunities still, and some optimism still there, it's shabby. It's a little shabby, okay? And we're not as bright and shiny as we might have been at the beginning of the battle. So it's a card to let you know that, yes, you've been through the ringer, but you've got resources behind you. You have got some strength behind you. It's a strength card. You've got some resilience there. You've got the ability to be able to defend yourself. You've got defenses. Now, this is when the card is either by itself, upright, or if it's well aspected with other cards. It encourages you to keep going. You know, just keep persevering, keep going, because you're almost there. You're almost at the 10, which is the completion number. You're just not quite there yet, but persevere, because you have everything you need to be able to keep going. So if you get this card in shadow work, if you've picked it up at random, that's what it's telling you. If maybe you've come to this card, maybe you're working through the Wands suit and you've come to this card, it's basically encouraging you to keep going. The only time it would be telling you to maybe take, pull back a bit, take a rest, or maybe you haven't got the resources you need, or you may just need to take some rest and recover so that you can get back those resources back, would be if it's negatively aspected with other cards, or if it's coming up reverse, if you're doing it like in a reading. I find that for shadow work though, because it's not so much like you're doing divination, it's more like you're working on these things a little bit more deliberately, that it's easier to get into the cards sometimes when it's upright and work with the imagery there. So some questions you might want to ask yourself is, what resources do I have? What have I accumulated over this time of battle? What have I got available to me? What am I feeling right now? Where is my strength? Where is my resilience? Where have I been wounded? And what is this teaching me? What is this teaching me? If I give up now, I'm just that 1 or 2 steps away from defeating whatever this is that I'm in battle with. And what often happens with people is that we give up too soon. We're not as resilient as we could be, because we're almost trained to give up too soon. I mean, this doesn't necessarily mean that it's about a drama in your life. This could be something you're working on with your career. It could be a creative project you're working on. It could be a business you're working on. It could be some way that you're wanting to put or shine your light in the world in some way. And it's been a struggle, because often it is a struggle to put yourself out there and to shine your light in the world, because the path that is our path, our life path, often is full of challenges. So it doesn't mean that because you're following your path and you're following your purpose that it's going to be roses all the time and a walk in the park. It's often a bit of a battlefield, to be honest. And all of the shadow stuff's going to come out when you decide to walk your path and live your purpose and take the route to your passion. If you want to live your passion, it's all of the stuff's going to come up. It's going to bring it all up. So this card's saying, yes, it's all brought up. It's been rough, but you've just got to keep going. Look at what you've got and keep going. Keep that that momentum going, because if you do, that perseverance will actually get you to the end eventually. Don't give up. We're trained to give up. We're trained to see failure as a bad thing. And that's our schooling system. It teaches us to fear failure, when really we fail way more times than we succeed when we're on our path. And the failures are just learning tools. They're just ways of seeing how things don't work. So that's all a failure is. It's just, that didn't work. Okay, it didn't work. Okay, we'll try something else. That's okay, just keep going. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, put a bandage around your head, grab your wand and keep going. So that's what that card means. If you want to book a tarot coaching session with me, you can book a half hour or an hour with me. And I can help you with whatever issues that you're wanting to know a little bit more about, anything you're dealing with through the tarot. There is a form in the description field below this video where you can fill that out, and I'll get back to you with my calendar to book a tarot reading. So check that out. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'll see you on the next video.